What is a scam? A scam is where something is presented as one thing but is actually something different, or where you are promised something and at the end of the day you are getting something exactly opposite of that. Insurance company is a scam. For the purpose of this video, we're going to specifically talk about health insurance companies, especially as a result of what happened with the United Health Insurance CEO. So looking at the insurance company, generally they are scams. That is because insurance companies like for you to pay for the insurance for your premium, but they would never want to pay you in return for whatever they have promised. They always look for a way to deny your claims. This is not new. This is not just for insurance companies alone, or health insurance companies alone, but also for any other type of insurance company, i.e., home owners insurance company, auto insurance. They are all the same. But when it comes to health insurance, the consequences can be more devastating because now it has to do with someone's life. So insurance companies or health insurance companies shouldn't be a surprise. But now, speaking about insurance companies, I hear and I've seen videos of people talking about this United Health Insurance CEO and why he deserved what happened to him. But let's be truthful here. This problem about health insurance companies does not only have to do with the insurance companies alone. There are other parties that are involved. For instance, the hospitals, the doctors. We need to look at the whole system as a whole. Again, this video is actually in reference to health insurance company in the United States. It is a whole scam, a scheme to make money, to make profits as much as possible. Let's forget about being in a civilized or a Western world or a first world country. Everyone involved is all about the profit. The hospitals or hospital CEOs are as guilty as the insurance company. Take a look at your health. Take a look at your bill. When you go to the emergency room or when you go to the hospital, look at your bill. When you take a look at your bill, you're usually going to be charged for using the facility, which is the hospital building itself. You're going to be charged for your lab work. You're going to be charged for any imaging, i.e., CT scan, X-rays, whatever that imaging is. Then you're going to be charged by the physicians themselves. After visiting a hospital, you are charged like 5 to 6 different bills for one particular visit. Then when you look at your bill or the statement of your bill that is sent from the insurance company, you can see how much the insurance companies paid for each of these bills. And it's not small amount. It's usually a big and ridiculous amount. So before we start looking at the CEO of United Health, or before we start looking at United Health, we need to look at the whole thing, the whole system. Because if we're just looking at this particular situation, then we're not going to understand anything. Because United Health Insurance is as guilty as every other party involved, which the parties involved includes the hospital system, the doctors, because the doctors, they charge outrageous bill. In short, everything in America is over exaggerated. Everything is overpriced. Things can be cheaper than what it really is. Things are built out of proportion. And it's not just healthcare. I'm talking about everything in America is overrated. These things can be cheaper. But no, not in America. So when we're talking about, this CEO is making $10 million a year, or whatever the amount may be, let's look at everybody. Yes, of course, it's outrageous for one person, CEO or not, to make that amount of money, 10 million a year. But again, like I said, everything in America is exaggerated, and everything is due to or propelled by profit making. Things can cost a little bit lower, and you can still make your profit. But I think the driving force here is greed. You just got to make more. And then now the greed is driving the force of, they have to make this money at all costs. Even if it has to do with someone's life, they don't care. But at the end of the day, it's all about making this money. How much money does one person need? But greed clouds their judgment, where they don't really care anymore. So let's start by looking at maybe what other civilized first world countries are doing. Like, what are they doing in the UK? What are they doing in Canada? Because these two countries have a different type of healthcare. In the United States, it's a little bit different. You have to keep a job to have health insurance. And people can't even leave their abusive jobs because they are enslaved to their jobs, because they think, if something happens to them, they can't even afford healthcare. And then sometimes, either way, they can't even afford healthcare. Because even with their jobs, they still end up with these outrageous, ridiculous bills. So let's look at everything in totality. Generally speaking, no one should be rejoicing because somebody's life was taken. Either way, it is not the right thing to do. If someone thinks something or some kind of injustice is happening to them, they shouldn't take the laws into their hands. They should fight through the justice system. But, taking somebody's life is not the answer and shouldn't be celebrated and should never be condoned. We must not encourage that, no matter how evil we think the person was. Now, with that being said, we need to face the fact that insurance company generally is a scam and is not an exception in the United States. Because in the United States, it has been countlessly proven that this insurance company are out to get your money, but as soon as it comes for them to, as soon as you make a claim, they want to penalize you, and they don't want to pay out. They're always very eager to take your money, but as soon as they have to pay you back, they want to deny you. And this is with every insurance company. Every single insurance company. I don't care if it's healthcare or if it's a homeowner's insurance or auto insurance. As a matter of fact, sometimes when you have insurance, you are praying that nothing should happen because you know that you're not going to be paid. You know your claims are going to be denied. It's not different for health insurance. It's the same thing. But for the sake of this video, because of the health insurance, because it has something to do with life. Life does not have a spare. It's not like your home, that if something happened to your home, you can still, if you're healthy and if you're still alive, you can still make something out of your life. There's still hope. But when it comes to health, you don't have a spare. Once something happens and you can no longer be alive or no longer do the things that you can do or be healthy to make to have a job and work and make ends, you can't do anything else. So that is why it is more serious. Again, we cannot condone evil. Either way, no one is right in this instance. Like, you just said now,